Hi everybody, here's Christian from the Teamwork Cast.
Hey, this is Shepard, also from Teamwork Cast.
Oh, sorry guys, it's doing weird things. It's pausing!
And I'm sorry.
And it's Cthulhu from Teamwork Cast.
And we are doing a little bit of a special thing here. There's some footage that has been revealed from the new Monster Hunter World. And we thought we're gonna just watch the footage together and commentate and give you our impressions of Monster Hunter World.
They're talking in real time with their mouths.
Yes.
Yes.
I have to say something. This is my first time seeing this, so this is going to be a full-on hot take from me.
Oh, there's so much exciting things going on. Have you seen how he opened the map?
I like it.
Yeah.
Big, giant
it
map.
looks like that you could actually see the resource gathering points on there.
Oh.
Is that accurate?
No.
Somewhat?
Yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, maybe
A little bit.
Yeah.
And then it looked like there was even a spot in one of the areas that showed where you could use this as a trap. I could have sworn I saw like a pitfall icon on there.
That's something they go into. We'll see it a little bit later on. I've watched it a couple times, and
I've fallen asleep to it in the background multiple evenings.
there was one night I did. I will admit to that. But yeah, so voice acting. Behind closed doors at E3, they were showing basically a similar version of this demo off as well. It's English voice acting as well for the US version, or you can go back to Monster Hunter Ease. Where they just go like, oh! Yeah, exactly.
So something that I'm confused about is that the woman
Did he look at that, or did he just take a nibble of whatever that was off the ground?
He's sniffing the urine of the monster.
Right, so the bugs are being called as scout bugs.
Yeah.
And how it works
that monster
is
does not even care that he is there.
Nope.
And as they're talking about this, Gaijin Hunter did a great translation of all this, so people can check that out as well. But this is a monster who doesn't care about hunters at all. He's hungry.
You're not big enough for him. You're just like a little appetizer. He needs like big monsters. He needs a lot of protein.
Right. And so it shows kind of how there's more of this interaction between the monsters now. And here in a little bit, you see some fun stuff with him.
Well, I think that's always bothered us, right? Like, to some extent, it's like every single time you go into an area with a monster, they're like, how dare you!
Yep.
You see that hunter over there? I hate him! Get out of my zone!
Yep.
But in real ecology, some things might be afraid of you. They might want to run away, or there would be some that just, like, this guy just wouldn't care.
And so here, you can see him. He
babies.
puked up the food for his pack.
Oh. This is my favorite monster ever. Like, he cares. He's friendly.
Yep.
Can he be your friend? I'm assuming he's not going to be your friend in this video. Well, no spoiler alerts.
Yeah. So gathering is much faster. This is another thing. So the scout bugs, as you're going along, you'll gather like mucus and trail and tracks and stuff.
And it'll say like, go this way.
Well, so it picks up on, it learns about the scout bugs learn about the monster that you're tracking, and eventually it can.
It will just like say straight up like it is here.
I'm looking at the UI, and on the right there's some kind of question marks and some percentage bars. I'm not sure what's happening there.
That looks like that's like how much you've powered up your bugs.
That's the scout
bugs
bug
learning
thing.
about
It's
the
basically
monster.
saying, right? It's like I don't know what this monster. It does is like don't know what the monster is, but I'm learning as we go along.
I see. So as you're following the bugs, you kind of like get an idea what the monster is, and then maybe you can decide not to follow the monster if you realize that this is actually just a stupid monster.
Yep.
So the movement of the hunter is kind of reminding me a little bit of like how stoked people were about the first Uncharted that came out, because Nathan Drake's like footsteps would like accurately track like whatever elevation of the ground were, and they've clearly taken that level of detail with him, and that looks like you're clearly not just running on like a glass plane anymore. You know, your character
so is the monster. If you see like right now, like he's kind of like following this incline a little bit.
Yeah.
Monster doesn't seem to care much about the hunter either.
Right. So this was showing up. They're showing off the stealth mechanic there a little bit, where he goes in the bush and uses the rocks to start pulling him out, and then he shoots him in the face with another rock right before he goes out.
Wait, have you seen this? There was some kind of like circle select menu on the right, using the right.
Right. So, it's basically they can another way to access your item menu, essentially.
Ooh, nice.
You can do a pop-up wheel instead of the cycle bar.
That's so useful.
Yeah, you could see down in the bottom right, you still have the ability to just do your normal square.
One thing to point out is that when you drop down for the first point, it's kind of hard to see because it's a stream of a stream, effectively. Is that he dropped meat on the ground, which plays into the fact that, there was a really hungry monster earlier. And so all these little babies come. And then here in a little bit, we'll see some more fun with the meat.
So what are you guys thinking about these damage numbers that are just flashing up? I mean, they do have a little bit of a style to them. And that it's not,
I mean, I'm going to turn them off because I don't like numbers.
I mean, I'm going to be playing with them on and off depending on how I change armor sets and fighting new monsters for the first time.
Yeah.
I might be trying to figure out, oh, wow, okay. They're just getting right into it.
Right. So one of the big things they talk about is that there's a lot of you'll sometimes be trying to attract monsters to other monsters to do things. Like here, he could be just waylaying on the Agenoth nonstop right now, but then at the same time, that gives him extra parts because now there's another dead monster.
Wait, is that other monster dead? No.
Yeah.
Dead as disco.
Dead? Yeah, it's squirming.
It's still moving around.
Okay.
It got up. I'm rooting for him.
It's just a scratch.
Yeah, he's fine.
So something about this means how does this man communicate with the woman at the beginning? How does it work?
So she is essentially your guild marm, but she basically follows you to your base camp on each map and then provides you quests.
But what do you have? A cell phone made out of monster parts? How does it work? How does she speak to you?
Well, they have other communication methods like that in the previous games.
Well, but there wasn't voice acting there, so it didn't bother me as much.
Oh, they would do you're like, Hunter, careful, you're gonna die in there.
Yeah.
She's speaking to you via relay feline.
Yeah, definitely.
And so one thing we kind of missed is the fact that he went to a bush and used it, and it created a smoke bomb effect.
Oh, that was the bushes effect.
Yeah, so there's they're putting a lot of items like some of the smoke bombs, paralysis effects, things like that into the actual environment for you to use.
It's interesting how
look how glowy that.
The bugs still follow the monster, so maybe you don't need a paintball anymore?
Right, so if you look at the mini-map right now, it's white. That means the monster's de-aggressed, and the bugs will come out after that to help you keep track of a monster.
I see.
But
so the monster's screw this, I'm out of here.
Right, you know, if when you engage the monster, the bugs fly back into your little bottle on your belt.
Oh man, the map just flashing red right now.
Right, because he's angry. He's angry again. So, mounting, you have to change positions. You'll see he's bouncing from the head to the back. If he had been on the back when he hit the tree, he would have been knocked off. But
but now he's stuck in the tree.
Yep.
The tree fell down on him, and it's kind of like a snare.
Yeah.
It seems like he's taken a lot of work to really successfully mount.
Yeah.
Also, no longer using the knife on top of him.
Hold on, that was amazing. He just jammed his sword into his back.
So each of the weapons has a special mounting attack that you get to use at the end of a successful mount to bring the monster down.
Yeah, so that's pretty great. I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah.
Does it depend on what part of the monster you're on too? It might change.
It may. I don't know. They really didn't discuss that much. I know that they said that each of the weapons has a different.
Because I could have sworn I saw, and maybe it was the same animation, but in the initial reveal, he was doing some sort of
on the head
attack on the head.
Yeah. So
hard to say.
Does.
Maybe.
Yeah. He used some kind of bug.
He actually gathered a bug. So
he's
gathering...
I'll gather a bug while I'm running away from a monster.
Right. Most items are quick and easy, just pickups. Mining is still in. You still use a pickaxe, but you have infinite pickaxes. So
I really like it that the monster is following him now.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
He's very angry.
We haven't seen this previously. Monsters being really having a grudge.
Well, normally, like in any other game, he would just be running back and forth, screaming at nothing.
Right, and that's a big part of the change because you no longer you can drink potions while moving, and they heal over a time. So retreating is you have to. You need to use your retreat.
Yeah, you cannot just just chuck those potions and immediately heal yourself.
Yeah, and right now they're trying to move him to
another trap area.
This is the part you hate, Cthulhu, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Like, the big thing in the other trailers that really kind of made me like, what? Is when he's using it to, like, jump back on a monster off of after it gets knocked off on a ride. It's like, come on, like...
You don't want to make it too easy to repeatedly mount the monster.
Yeah, let's see how much this can be exploited. Maybe there's some kind of, like, maybe just like a cooldown or something.
This is them having a demo where they're showing things off versus, how people will actually abuse everything.
So clearly this hunter has some kind of plan. He wants to lure the monster to a specific location.
Yeah, normally you would just be fighting it, I think, rather than like...
they're specifically... Here's why. Yeah.
Rathalos!
So who does Rathalos view as the real... Okay, no, he is not a fan at all.
Yeah. It's like, what you are doing? You come to my house? You come to my house?
Oh, he does look a little bit more red in this lighting.
Yeah.
You really tell it's a Rathalos.
That game is gorgeous. Can we please...
Did he just shot him in the butt with a rock?
He just poop bombed him, I believe.
Well, that's where the poop belongs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you jam poop in my... Yeah, I would run away too.
Come on and jam the poop into my butt.
And then, the fire effects look so nice.
Very, very nice, very nice.
So he's just straight up fighting the Rathalos now. Did the other thing die?
Yeah, well, I don't remember if he died or if they ran off, but
he may have ran off. He
definitely would be then? Like this doesn't seem like good strategy.
This is the plan is to show off.
Well, I guess that's true.
And so here they're showing the flare.
Ah, there we go.
Because he's gonna need some help.
Yeah.
Right.
So now, what were the other monster hunters doing while this was happening?
They were just in their base camps and
just doing nothing.
They'll probably show it off. Right. They were just sitting there waiting to.
Because what I'm wondering is, like, are we going to track those monsters all by ourselves, and then eventually our tracking gets interrupted because somebody found a monster, and then we get called into the other person's game, or
so each person has their own progress bar for the scout bug. So if
but are we all in the same world?
Yeah,
No.
you're all in the same. You're all
you have to
four of you are
be
in the same map.
Yeah, you have to zone into the same map, but it seems like they're large enough that you all might be hunting in different areas.
Yeah,
and if it triggers off the flare, you can now say, "Okay, buddy found the monster," which would be like a 5-minute run, or I can just ride my pterodactyl over to him.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Rathalos gets owned by water.
Yeah, because they did mention, like, you can have, it's like up to 5 monsters on the map at a time.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so you're gonna, and like they'll continue to respawn probably over time, right?
Yep.
Oh, split screen.
So like it's not going to be that constant loop of kill, exit.
So,
yeah, but what are rewards like?
They really, they're not talking about that yet.
But that's kind of interesting, man. That arrow is going hard.
The bow got changed a lot.
It's fast. It's really fast.
Very Legolas style.
All of the ranged weapons were changed to where they can fire while moving, because of how much when you're looking at these things, you can tell that they have more movement than previous monsters.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a very it's different.
Oh my gosh,
right?
she just swung on a thing on a vine.
Yeah. So this is very clearly at this point like an absolute next evolution in Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah.
So I could see where some people might be upset by this, but if you've been playing like the same Monster Hunter, I mean, I'll just say that I have since like 2006.
Yeah. So
it's been 10 years, guys. Like it's okay. Like there's plenty of classic Monster Hunters to play.
Yep.
There'll always be Frontier. There'll always be Double Cross.
Yeah. You've got, here's a fun part where you have one of the hunters riding the Rathalos, and the Rathalos is just taking him all over the place.
Yeah, he's still flying around.
He's completely flying, like, he just goes everywhere. And there he goes. Like, there's a part where he just ups and leaves with the hunter.
Oh, was that a flash bomb?
Yeah, someone used a flash bomb.
I feel like that hunter with the hammer just, like, loaded something into the hammer, but I don't I couldn't
Yeah, it
tell.
seems like Hammer has some kind of like glow to.
Oh, that golf swing's still there.
Yeah.
And looks very
Golf
neat.
swing's still there. Triple pan's still there. You'll see
Very
him
important.
use
Very important to see that.
Do like
one
a-
right here.
Oh look, he
no,
just
there's-
the entire hunter glows glowing. There's something happening with this guy.
Yeah, so that's how they denote charges now.
Ah,
Instead of doing the big aura, it's an outline of the hunter.
That's
You'll see it with the
Neat.
Yeah.
We haven't even really seen the hunter with the lance, but there was a hunter with a lance.
And please give us more lands footage. We need those.
And they show off a lot of the they show off, what else do they show off in this? Bowgun or heavy bowgun specifically. But yeah,
They'll,
no,
they'll
I mean,
probably at
overall,
some point
it looks really
switching
good.
sets in the base camp, right?
Right. Yep. You have to go back to the base camp.
This Hammer Hunter really needs. He was doing okay, but now he's just kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah, well,
I think he lost his mojo right there.
he lost the nerve.
Is
Yeah.
that
And here you'll see
emote?
everyone's.
What does that mean?
He's eating. He's
no.
meat eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
man,
and so
that
here,
book.
you know, they're going back to base camp.
So there is still numbered areas going on here. They're just like seamlessly connected now.
Yeah,
Right.
well, if you're
Yep.
talking with other hunters, I mean, you'd want to say, I'm going to be going to this area.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of.
But he just totally. Oh, he just returned to base camp.
I don't like how these are still numbers. It would be nice if there was just like names. I'm going to the mountain. I'm going to the to the stream, whatever.
I'm sure some people will have that. And so here you'll see quick changing weapons. You can change your feline's equipment.
Having a drink.
Yep. They really made it to where, it's like, oh, well, you can just
They were
kinda
even
go back
changing
and-
There's
armor,
feline.
Yep. Essentially, your base camp acts as, the town when you're on a
That
quest.
feline is very cute.
Yeah.
They tweaked the proportions somewhat, I feel.
All right, so they're back with the longsword now.
Yep. And then the yellow players.
The
got
tutorial
the,
lady is still there. I
bowgun.
hope she is. It's just for the demo.
She's not a tutorial. She's not a
What
tutorial.
is
She
what
is your
is she?
she's your guild marm. She's there to like
She's your
tell you what's
lady.
going on. Right. She is going to be like your quest giver. She'll be the one that,
Oh, she
provides
like
support
narrates
on
you
those quests.
the quests and everything.
Right, yeah. So
Every quest will have voiceovers.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm disappointed with. I can't do my voiceovers aren't worthwhile.
Well,
to me.
Well, we can mute her.
You need to
and
apply
insert
right
you.
now, Cthulhu, for the voice acting at Capcom.
Yeah.
That's already done. I'm almost
We can do
guaranteed it's
a
already
Cthulhu
finished.
DLC.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna have it all be Monster Hunter Ease, and then I'm gonna narrate everything.
Oh, that looks like a gun lance now.
So, Shepard, I wanted to say this. Somebody is vindicated right now. Because what they're about to attempt right now is a sleep bomb. These are the devs, Shepard. These are the people who created this game.
Yeah, yeah, and they want you to know
That
this
this
is
is
how
the way
it's
to
done.
hunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the monster from
pretty
earlier,
boring.
and they tracked him down, and they're now blowing
Yeah.
him to
It
kingdom.
looks like
Yeah.
he had a pile of poop on the ground. Like it was
Yeah.
green.
He was sleeping.
In his
Yeah.
poop.
Oh,
And he pooped where
yeah.
he slept?
There's
Yeah,
a
there's
poop.
like a
that's-
big
that
pile
is
of
a
dung
poop
right there.
indeed, Yeah.
And then here they're gathering. Believe
I
that
love how
was-
fast that gathering is.
Yeah. It just makes it so much easier to gather during when you're like actually hunting the monster. You're not having to like specifically run away and.
I wonder if
That's a
cooking
weird
steaks-
little bug. What is that?
What bug? The
There's
red.
like a
The red.
bug on the ground. It was like something glowing that's scuttling around. Oh, maybe it was a thunderbug.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it seems like when you're gathering, like the thing that you gather is also has like this glowing outline.
Yeah. Do
Okay,
see
you
the nice
know,
hand-
whatever guy like
The hammer
designed
somersault?
and animated the hammer somersault, he's just like he just won at life. He's
Yeah.
like, I want to do it again.
Oh, he's sliding
Let me
down.
do it again!
Oh, this is so
I'm
good.
gonna do it
He's
again!
sliding down the
Yeah.
hill and dude does a somersault. That's so cool.
Yeah. One thing that that's kind of interesting is they changed cluster on the bowgun to actually be like a mortar shot, so it arcs up and then down.
That's nice. Could be nice.
Yeah, I mean it was. It makes it feel more appropriate,
Well, now there's like some kind of ammunition that sticks to the monster and explodes.
Yeah, that's just crack
Probably
shots.
Crag, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I
effect is
like
much
how
better than it used to be.
riding and interaction with the environment seems to play such a much more important role right now.
Yeah, like you can when you're riding the monster, you can kind of direct it somewhat and have it like smack itself in the walls and trees and.
I really like it.
I feel so bad for that guy because he just missed every part of that.
Yeah.
Like, just think about how many environments we've been through, all on just this one monster. You know.
Just launched a guy.
Yep.
I'm helping.
That's good.
All right, so here's the bow gun.
For people, yeah.
That's
he's trying
siege
to use
fire?
That's his. Yeah, that's that special machine gun fire mode. We don't see it quite yet because he's out of place. But one thing to note is all the weapon types that we know are in. Insect glaive is separated between the glaive and the bug, though.
Yeah, because you could switch out your bugs, which is nice.
Right.
Really nice.
Yeah. So when you're if people go back and watch the item box view when they're in there, there's 15 pieces of equipment in there because one of them is the bug.
All right, where the hell is Longsword guy? Where's he been? What are you doing, dude?
Longsword guy
People
is me.
are hunting a monster.
He's me. He's the Christian of this group.
He's been making meat sticks.
Well,
And he charged up his longsword.
and now he's fighting the minions. What the?
Yeah, he's probably trying. He's trying to make sure they don't eat the meat since they're trying to draw something in.
Okay, so there's some. Oh, there's the ammunition.
Yeah. And so it's a special like power gauge bar that builds up.
I mean, that is the
right,
exact same spirit combo that we're used to seeing.
I love how you can move while you do this.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very slow move.
You cannot follow the monster, but you can at least reposition yourself a little bit.
One
That
thing
was
you'll
the
notice
new
is like
stab was interesting.
the longsword has a lot of like rapier-like pokes. It's like lunge.
Well, oh, there's a trap.
Yeah, they dropped the big giant plant ball.
I wonder if the plant ball is something that you have to set up in advance.
Yeah, there are things that are in the map. They were thinking like probably the bowgunner shot it down. We saw a little bit of it in the original video, where he dropped the big giant rock on the guy's head.
Oh,
But the question then is, are there traps then, or is that the traps now?
Don't know 100%. I'm sure there's actual traps you can use too, but you know, why use resources when you can use the environment? And there they go after their.
I wonder if there's going to be monsters that are more difficult to track. You know, where it's like you have to really work to find them.
I don't know if they'll have things that are really hard to track.
Well, think like the Vespoid Queen, where you had to kill a certain number of Vespoids before they'd show up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were certain
like
triggers that would cause
or like the
monsters.
Camellios, where it's like not even sure if you're in the right area, you know, until it reveals itself.
They did say that there are some monsters where you have to like bring prey to where they hide.
That sounds like a really cool addition to the series. It really feels a lot more like hunting, right? What they're doing right now. This gives me a lot. This is good.
You know,
it's
not Monster Killer Arena. Are they going to sleep?
Just wants to go to sleep.
You
know, Shepard, that's what you would do. You know,
he put on the taunt mantle, so he's going to pull all aggro to him.
They are sleep bombing him, Shepard.
Oh, I see it.
You've been right all along.
They didn't do it right, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, and see there. Obviously, there's traps because they put a pitfall right there. He was in a pitfall there after the sleep bomb.
Okay.
He got out of it real quick though, but he'd already been pitfalled a number of times, so that makes sense.
Oh,
the heavy bowgun looks very
look at that pellet shot.
So this is still possible.
Next generation pellet game.
All pellet all the time.
Break those wings, guys! Break those wings! There's a lot of like crap on the screen, like push this button. I wonder if this is just like because it's like
it's probably demo tutorial stuff. Yeah, like because this is basically what they were showing to people at E3 and other shows.
There's also some kind of like chat log or something on the right side happening.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Maybe some kind of like automatic shoutouts the way we had those.
Yeah, it's probably things like that. Like, oh,
what is with the red guy? The hammer guy?
It looks like he's trying to climb someplace to do a leap attack.
Oh, success, big success. But what about Raytheon though? Rathalos.
Now, is that text, has that been translated? Does it say, like, you have this long to carve? Because, like, they're not automatically removed from the area, right?
Right.
I can pause and try to translate it if you want to.
Well, I mean, I
Do
think
they
it's
get
going to
the
be a case
option
where
to return now? They get, like, a certain
yeah,
amount of...
you could just go back to your base camp and go back that way. But otherwise, like,
Okay, quest
you just
here.
stay in the map, and then you can go get another quest.
Oh, you get the
And
kills.
this is
So
of
now
course-
they're going to collect the
these are
rewards, but they're going to
okay.
keep moving around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took him 23 minutes to kill that guy. Oh,
Yep.
So-
And that's the end. I mean, this was a press showing, so.
So I wonder, like, what happens afterwards? Are you still in the world, or are you
Yeah.
back in some kind of
You
like
get,
hunter?
so they've said that you can take multiple quests on each map.
Okay,
So, like, you'll stay on
okay.
that map. You
Wow.
don't leave.
you can just keep going back to the guild marm, getting new quests.
Right. Yep. And you can just stay
Oh,
there.
she's
for
like in the
hours on
guild in the map.
She follows you to your base camp on the map.
Wow.
Yeah. She is
there was some
your-
kind of like a barrier that you cross through at the beginning of the video. That it was like some kind of like a wobbly barrier that you crossed through when you exited your
Yeah, the base
Your
camps
tent,
are like
yes.
they have like routes and stuff to make it safe essentially
Yeah.
because those are safe zones. Like monsters you're not gonna have monsters run into your
yeah.
base camp. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It should be a lot of fun.
So Shepard, now that you've seen it, what is your impressions?
I mean, you know, it's kind of like I was saying earlier. You know, we've had a standard Monster Hunter available to us, you know, for 10 years, right?
Yeah.
And there's been reiterations on that for quite some time, but we haven't. I mean, outside of swimming, which I don't think really set the world on fire.
There is
we've
swimming in
never
this
seen
game.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't think there's underwater fighting. It's just swimming.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think this is the way to go. You know, I mean, the game really needed to be updated and changed in a lot of different ways, especially if you're going to, like, imagine this. I mean, it's hard for a lot of people to hear, but like as somebody who's, you know, I don't know, I feel like I'm at least a mild authority on the subject. Imagine if we took Double Cross and just upscaled it for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, right? And we released that. Would people like it? Would people play it? Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, especially all the fans would. But is that going to draw a lot of new people in to the franchise?
Yeah. Like, to be honest, like I've seen a lot of this video really shows that it almost has a feel of like if Monster Hunter was crossed with Horizon Zero Dawn, which is one of my current favorite games, and it just modernized it. Is all it did. It brought it up to current gen, added new mechanics because it's on a platform that can support those mechanics now.
Yeah.
I still would love my portable version. I still would play all of my regular Monster Hunter because I can't always be at home.
Yeah, definitely.
And I can't take my PS4 to a convention and run into a hall with a bunch of people and play Monster Hunter while waiting in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the question is like, you know, well, here's the thing. If this comes out and against all odds, it's like a huge flop because people hate this, and like I sincerely doubt that.
No,
Yeah.
But like they could always go back. You know, if they wanted to, they could always like do a reset and go back to just normal.
No,
like I'm in a box-like zone hunting a monster.
I don't think they will ever go back. I mean, they will build on top of this. There's going to be a criticism of this.
For some reason, you know,
they will maybe do alterations to the system, but I think this is, you know, this is now the shape of things to come. Yeah.
I agree. I agree. This is it.
Yep.
It looks good. I'm looking forward to it. I really like how dynamic and how you know, how varied the battle looks like. It seems more like hunting those monsters and less like fighting the monsters.
And hunting's hot right now. I mean, that's what basically every game that's coming out for the next couple of years is trying to do.
Yeah.
But you know, Monster Hunter's basically the original, and it's nice to see that they are going back and kind of embracing those sort of roots.
And I really like also all the environment interaction. I don't know, you probably also know it as well as I do, Shepard, that, you know, in roguelikes, for example, like the battles are, the roguelikes with the best battle systems are the ones where you have a lot of environment interactions, because that's how you get like always changing encounters. because depending on what kind of environment they have, a certain encounter can be completely different, can feel completely different.
Yeah, I mean, a NetHack is like a huge example of this, but like even in Monster Hunter, like you rarely get the opportunity to use the environment like that in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, outside, of course, ledges to jump off of, like how many corridors are there where you can fight a monster? Like the only thing that comes to mind is that one forest-like corridor where you can kind of fight monsters in, it's not the deserted island, but it's like the forest area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, from Unite, like that's the only one that comes to mind. But outside of that, generally speaking, you're fighting in a generally flat plane, just with a different background. This is like, it's really, you know, you might have a place where, like we were looking at, you want to be able to set off bombs to shoot water, you know, down on the monster.
Yeah.
You know, but it's more like it's just making it more varied. You know, now we're constantly going to be seeing different areas, and, you know, the areas where we're fighting might matter. You know, you might end up running into another base of another monster.
You might have a favorite spot. You might have like set up a strategy where, you know, some people are preparing some kind of ambush and you lure the monster into the ambush. It would be really, I'm looking forward to see what kind of strategies people come up with based on these systems that we saw already.
Yeah, I think it'll be much more entertaining for people to watch because it's going to be a lot less rote. You know, it's going to be a lot less, all right, we started the quest, this is what we're doing, we run, let's keep hitting the monster until it dies.
Yeah.
I mean, the essential loop is still there.
Yeah.
But what are the things that are going to happen along the way? You're going to get much better stories where it's going to be like, yeah, I was fighting the turkey Tyrannosaurus Rex monster. And then suddenly, you know, Rathalos came out of nowhere and killed it. And that's how the game ended. Like that's going to feel so, you know, neat and interesting and new and fresh.
Yeah.
And then we're like, and then after we killed it, you know, we decided to try and take on the Rathalos as well, but we died.
Yep.
So.
Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. So if you guys watching this on YouTube have any impressions of it that you want to share with us, any opinions, then post in the comment sections right now. Otherwise, we would invite you to join us in our Let's Play of Monster Hunter Generations. We are still playing through Monster Hunter Generations, and we'll continue playing it at least until Monster Hunter World comes out.
And episode 217 of the LP is when you'll get our just post E3 gush and hate fest.
Yeah, that's coming out later on. You know, there's kind of like a backlog that we're going through. So the episodes are a bit kind of like time delayed when they appear on YouTube. So apologies for this. If you want to get stuff, you know, right when it's happening, you can always check us out on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/teamworkcast. All right, so we will be back in the next episode of our Let's Play. I hope you see you there, and as always, good luck and good hunt. Yeah.
Let's get our hunt on.
Now we're hunting.
No more hunting. We're just going to commentate videos from now on.
Hunting for booty.